Hello, my name is Hoyda Bristow, and my presentation is on intention to treat analysis. So what is intention to treat analysis? It is a statistical concept which controls bias in random controlled studies. A participant is always analysed in the group to which participant was randomised, and it includes all participants who are randomised, ignoring non-compliance or protocol deviations or withdrawals after randomisation. In other words, once randomized, always analyzed. So let's say we have two groups in a fictional study, a random controlled study. We have one control group and one experimental group. Let's say three of the participants in the experimental group, for whatever reason, do not take an intervention due to sickness, a death, or the participants are just not compliant. In intention to treat analysis, this means that these participants' withdrawal counts as an outcome for the experimental group and not the control group. So why should their withdrawal count towards the experimental group when the participant never took the intervention? To better understand why this is the case, let's look into this fictional study further. So here we have participants randomized to a control group and an experimental or intervention group. As you can see, the baseline data is 35 participants for each group. In the second month, we have one withdrawal due to a death in the control group, and we also have the same withdrawal in the experimental group. However, in the fourth month, you can see that we have 3 people who have withdrawn from the experimental group. 2 have died and 1 is sick, whereas the control group had no withdrawals for the 4 months. And as you can see, at the end, the intention to treat data analysis was performed with no change to the data, and that also goes the same for the experimental group. Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on, we've had 3 people withdraw in the 4th month from the experimental group, and we had none from the control group, but the data is the same. And why is that the case? Because, as stated earlier, intention to treat analysis preserves randomization. Why intention to treat analysis? It randomizes to balance prognostic factors. This balance is lost if the participant is excluded from analysis. It undoes randomization. It keeps groups equal as possible. It preserves randomization. It is determined by the adherence of participants to the intended treatment or intervention, and not simply by the biological effects of the intervention. It preserves randomization.